It's Chef John back again, and I'm gonna keep doing videos so I don't go stir crazy and sharing them with you. With me today is the cat. Doesn't he look super friendly, like he wants to help? You gonna help me, dude? I don't know. I think he just wants to sit there and hang out. But anyway, so today is a special installment. We're gonna make Jell-O shots. We're gonna do Mojito Jell-O shots because I got that stuff in the house to make it, so I'm gonna share it with you. Okay, first off, sorry about the lighting, a little shadow going on here, but whatever. A little Pyrex dish. In the restaurant kitchen, I would use a half hotel pan. It's a stainless steel version of this. At home, this is what I got. So I'm gonna take some vegetable oil and just give it a little spray and line the bottom of the pan with some plastic wrap. This is so we can remove these later on really super easy. Now these aren't your traditional Jell-O shots that are gonna be in a cup that you kind of like slurp out. These are gonna be where you could flip these out of here and cut them up and use them as little handheld hors d'oeuvres of sorts. So they're a little bit more firm, but really tasty and loaded with booze. Okay, so I've got some fresh mint. Can't have Mojito without fresh mint. Gelatin sheets, which I think you can get at the grocery store. If not, you can use powdered gelatin and just hydrate it per the package instructions. We can get into the substitutions later on, but these are, I believe, pretty widely available, so you could pick them up. Over here, we've got a combination of lime juice with some vodka and tequila. And I would have used exclusively tequila for this, but I was a couple ounces short, so I had some lemon flavored vodka in the house, so perfect substitute. So we got those out of the way. So what we got to do first is hydrate our gelatin. So I have a container with some ice. The gelatin I'm going to just curl up kind of like this, put it in the cup. The ice helps keep the water cold so that the gelatin doesn't dissolve. So I'm going to put some cold water in here, fill it up so that it's covered. The ice will help keep it cold at room temperature. You let that sit for about anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes until it's soft. I'll show you what I mean by that later on. Okay, so in one of these little blender top containers, I have this little Ninja Bullet blender. Great for smoothies and shakes and pureeing things. So I'm putting the fresh mint, and what you want to do with that is just take it from the stems and just peel the leaves off. You don't want to put this in. It'll make it bitter and very unpleasant on the palate, very gritty. So just take them, pull the leaves off, and drop it in this blender container. Okay, once all the mint has been picked of leaves only, I did put a little sea salt in there too. And in is going to go the citrus juice and the alcohol. Then we're going to take this and put it on the blender to puree it. There we go. Alright, so we got a nice puree on that. You can see it's pretty well broken down. We're going to strain out the solids anyway to make this a totally smooth liquid without any junk in it. We just really want to get the flavor out of the mint to get into the shots. Okay, as you can see, our gelatin, it's been about 5 minutes or so. It's just starting to soften. Just kind of want to move it around a little bit and just place it back into the water while we continue working. We have our puree. Now we're going to get all the solids out. Put it through a strainer, fine mesh strainer, and just get that liquid through, leave all the junk behind. Just want the flavor. If a few little bits get through, That's totally fine. They're gonna be so small you're not even gonna recognize it. It'll just kind of look, for appearance sake, it'll look pretty cool. In this pot, I have equal parts sugar and water that I brought to a boil. And now I'm bringing back to a bit of a reheat, just warm enough to dissolve the gelatin. You want it to be like higher than body temperature, not terribly hot, because it will have an adverse effect on the gelatin's strength. So this is definitely about where it needs to be. So I'm gonna take it off here, and I'm gonna use this to dissolve our gelatin. Okay, gelatin's ready to go. You can see it's very soft, malleable. You wanna squeeze the water out. Make sure you get as much of the water out of that as possible. And you're left with this. All right, so this is gonna go in the hot simple syrup to dissolve. The simple syrup is also gonna add sweetness to an otherwise very acidic base. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of swirl that around, get the gelatin to break down. Whisk it a little bit, just make absolutely sure you don't have any chunks of that, or you're gonna have these really hard little lumps throughout that are not gonna be pleasant to eat. All right, that looks pretty well dissolved. I don't see any traces of it left. So now what we're gonna do is mix the base into the simple syrup with the gelatin. All right, gonna give that a little mix. Taste test. Oh boy, that's pretty good. Okay, so we're gonna take this and pour it in the pan. Super easy. Place it in the fridge, give it at least 2 to 4 hours, and then we're gonna take it out and cut it into pieces and enjoy. Okay, so here we go for the unmolding. So you're sitting in this pan with the plastic wrap overnight. Gonna unmold them. Literally just pull them out of the pan. Look at that, whoa. And place them on a cutting board. We're gonna leave the plastic on. Just loosen it up around the edges so we can cut it. And I'm gonna start cutting some pieces here. Here they are, you can pick them up super easy. Got little bits of mint in there, which is cool. It's not gonna mess with the texture or anything. If you want, you can chop up some candied ginger, something to put on top as a little garnish. Pop a few on a plate if you're having some guests, well, maybe likely not, but some immediate family, people in your house. And you can put some around on a plate, stack them up, and chow down. A little more exciting than just having drinks, doing shots. It's a cocktail in a small cube, and they're loaded with booze, so real good to have fun and get down with in times of quarantine.